Hi guys, this is FFAN 16 and welcome to a new day in Farming Simulator 25 on our 3-year game challenge. Last episode, we had got ourselves some chickies, and we're kind of set up to start doing contracts here, hopefully today, and focusing on making some money so we could invest back into the farm. Now, I was thinking over that $1 million target, and I just don't want to start hoarding money and not doing anything with it. I have to invest as much as I can to grow the farm so that by year 3, it's basically that $1 million is passive income that we're getting directly from the farm. So let's see if we could hit that goal with the $1 million. But as soon as I make money, let's see what we can invest it in to keep growing the farm. So since our sorghum is still growing, I'm going to go to the computer and see what kind of contracts we have available this morning to take on, and we'll start making some money. All right, here I am at my office. Let's just dive into the computer and see what's available for contracts. So what I want to do for focus on contracts is to see if we could use the equipment we already have without having to rent, because we're trying to save as much money as we can. I would love to buy a baler, and this one is almost worth the money we get to the lease cost or the rental cost compared to the other ones. But let's see if that's the highest gross margin that's available today. No. This is, what is this? Oats. All right, so we're going to take this one, but we're not going to rent the equipment except contract. We have to go to field 76, which actually isn't too far away from the farm, and we should be able to just jot down there and get started. Let's grab our equipment and head on down there. All right, combine first, and then we'll grab the tractor and trailer and come back for it. We made it here. This is the field we're going to be doing the contract on. Still need to get my tractor and trailer down here, so I'm going to call my friend's grandpa up. We'll just call him from grandpa from now on. See if he could come quickly pick me up. He's retired. He doesn't mind giving me a hand as I get started here, and we'll get him to drop me off at the farm so I could grab that tractor. Here we go. We made her. Let's jump into that combine and get started as we're burning daylight. Well, I'm going to have to call this farmer up since it was such a short time frame and I wasn't even calculating how long this field was going to take me. And I'm going to just have to let him know that I couldn't get it finished and ask him if he wants me to take this last load of oats to the drop-off point or what he would like me to do with it. So let me get him on the phone and see what he says. Okay, so he said that no worries, he got somebody else coming to deal with this later, that to help me with my bills and stuff, and the time that I did put into this field, he's letting me keep this little bit of grain as payment for the job that I had gotten done so far. But for tonight, let's head home and go to bed. Okay, on our way home with the tractor here, I'm just gonna stop off and get money from this grain so we could pay our bills in the morning. And maybe do a better choice of contracts. The farmer who I was doing the contract for was really nice. He says he understands that next time to just make sure I watch my times, and he'll give me another chance, which is amazing. So, yeah, let's try not to burn too many bridges of picking contracts that we can't finish here. What a long day. All right, let's park this out front here. Jump on out. And oh, look at how gorgeous and friendly our home looks. I can't wait to have a quick shower and pop into bed. All right, guys, welcome to a brand new month. It is September 1st. Not the greatest end to our first month in this 3-year series, but we're going to be learning, making sure we don't take those contracts at the end of a month. And for some reason, there's a pumpkin. The townspeople have brought me a pumpkin for outside of my house. I think they're a bit early as Halloween's not till next month, but I think it looks awesome though, so I'm not going to complain. I'll have to make sure to call Grandpa and see who I need to thank for this amazing jack-o'-lantern. Let's go see if our sorghum is ready, as I think it looks like it's ready to harvest. We could get that done today. And maybe invest in some seeds to start planting our own crops and a seeder. Because, yeah, we need a seeder, apparently. I forgot to buy one yet. What a great way that money from that last contract can help us out is to buy a seeder. Alright, I'm just gonna run into the house for a few minutes and check the price on sorghum, where we need to take it to get our best price. So I'm just gonna let the combine and tractor sit out here for a few minutes. I'm gonna run inside. Also, while we're in there, I'm gonna check the store to see if there's any sales on cedars. If not, to see how much we gotta get out of this crop to buy a cedar. So I talked to the guy that I did the contract with yesterday, and apparently there was a fee and technically a fine if you cancel the contract, and that was like $9,000. So now I'm in a negative. I really need to get this sorghum sold to, bring myself back up to the positive. This is not a good day. Let's hopefully have a good price for sorghum today. Okay, let's take a look at where we could sell some sorghum for some extra money here. It's not till January, but I don't have till January to make money. Our best cost is either the farmer's market. No, not the farmer's market. Either the grain terminals, which we're really close to one, or the Gold Crest Valley. You know what? Let's go to that terminal that's close to our house. It's going to cost a lot less in fuel. Plus, it's going to save us time. Ooh. What am I watching? Some other farmers. Cool. Anyways, stop getting distracted. Let's get this done. All right, here we go. Hopefully we'll make into the positive here and get out of the debt that we owe to the bank. Good thing I've got a good overdraft. Made sure when I started farming here that we set that up in case stuff like this happens. All right. Well, at least we're back in the positive. Let's go and harvest some more. Okay, what time is it? It's about breakfast time. Probably grab something from the kitchen here real quick while I'm in the house. And hit the computer up and see what's come on the board for contracts. Hit the kitchen here first, grab one of these delicious donuts. They seem to get refreshed every day, which is amazing. Grab one of those. There you go. And head to the office. Okay. All right, here's contracts. Ooh, we got a cultivating, and we got a cultivator, and it's 134 hours. Amazing. Now, it's the same field we couldn't finish. I'm hoping he'll be all right with everything. It looks like he is. He put the contract up on my board. I'm going to take it with my current equipment because we've got enough time, and that will be enough money to help us get a seeder, and everything to get started. All right, I'm just going to use my own equipment. Let's take this and accept contract. Yes. Okay, let's not disappoint him. I'm going to jump into my tractor, grab my cultivator, and head on down there and get started because of burning daylight. We do have lots of time, which is great. Let's go. Guys, we finally got done this field. He's happy with the job. I'm glad I was able to get this done for him, and I'm gonna cash in the contract. We'll head back to the farm and see what else we can pick up. I might call it a day for today, go check on my chickens and stuff, and we'll pick up something new tomorrow. Maybe we could go get a seeder or something, get our own crops down before the snow flies here. So one thing I do want to see about investing in is a repair shop so we don't have to run all our equipment back to town every time it needs to get repaired. You know what? Since we got a little bit of daylight yet, I'm going to cultivate our field here. I already got everything hooked up. We might as well. So I'm going to get that all spruced away, and when I'm done, I will go check the computer. Guys, we got done the cultivating on this field. It's going to be all ready for tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up a seeder I'm gonna go park it up. It's getting quite late here. It's already 7:18 and the sun is setting into this gorgeous, gorgeous sunset. Maybe we'll stand outside and watch the sun come down and then head to bed. But first of all, we need to put the tractor away here. It's done a good job today. And what I'm going to do is just drop my cultivator right here. Wow, look at how beautiful the sky is tonight. Isn't this gorgeous? Now this is why I moved out to the country. Clean air, beautiful skies, and quiet. Except for those bloody chickens. Good thing I didn't get a rooster. Don't need that waking me up at odd hours in the morning. Hello, ladies. Still just one eggie? Alrighty, we'll leave that be. And head to bed and start a new day. Good morning. Just finished my cup of coffee here. I'm going to head on over to the computer, see what we got for sales at the shop today. What my plans are, we'll see if we can get ourselves a seeder and some seed. If not, I guess we'll take on a couple more jobs. It does look like some rain later, so we're going to check the weather. We might not actually have time to seed before it rains. Got a call from the RM before I went to bed last night, and it appears that my side road that I got built that I'm going to be using towards going where I'm going to put my bins is a little bit of a hazard. They're kind of worried that since we had a bit of a slant to it, that people might drive and, you know, fall into the river bank there. So I had to get the crew out last night to do an emergency build up on the road just so that I'm not liable for any of people ending up in the river here on my farm. They did damage a bit of my field, so we might have to go get a cheap plow just to reshape the field and get it back into the shape we want to be able to see to it. But hey, we got to do what we got to do for safety. But yeah, let's see what we can get done today. First of all, let's look at sales, and oh my goodness, there really isn't anything, but there is a mower, but it's quite expensive. It's most of our money. No. Definitely might have to do a lease here. So if I'm going to be leasing, I might want to have a decent sized seeder. That one's my favorite, but it is a little pricey. So if we are looking at this one, it would cost us about $2,500 per work hour plus. So it looks like it will cost us about $6,000 to lease. Now, we're getting into the winter months, and I don't think seeding contracts are going to be really up there. We probably just lease it and return it after we're done, and that would give me a little bit of room left to get some seeds. Let's take a quick look at a plow. Even plows are a little crazy expensive. I don't know, I might just seed the field the way it is right now and worry about reshaping it next spring. This one's doable. I really can't see the width on it, but it looks like it might have quite a bit of width. Oh no, it doesn't. So this one is the one that we're going to lease. At least we're not keeping it. It's just going to be temporary because I'm not really partial to this seeder. So we're done this field. It hasn't rained yet. I'm gonna try to jump over to the other field and get going. Just gonna grab this tiny little bit here. And I lied, it starts to rain right now. Good. Okay, we just finished this field. We can try to seed in the rain. It might be heavy going, but I'd really like to get the seeding done here. Whew, I think it's pouring out. Oh, it's not pouring because my windshield wipers aren't going. Interestingly enough. Apparently it's not raining heavy enough for windshield wipers, so. Oh, it's thunderstorming. Ooh, I love a good thunderstorm. Let's go. Okay, let's see how much of this we could get done. Alright guys, we're getting to the end of this field, and man, this rain has made a sloppy mess of the field, but I felt like I needed to get this done. So the crop is in and it's getting saturated by this big rainfall that we're having. Now, hopefully this rain hasn't impacted the seeds any and washed any of them away, but we'll have to see once they take root how many of them are here and how many of them washed away. I don't think it's heavy enough for them to, wash away, so I have a good feeling we should be all right. Okay, since I'm done seeding and it is September, I'm going to offload the seeds in the seeder and return it back to the store. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to end my lease on it. And then I'm going to talk to the guys and see about getting those other sacks loaded to my truck. If I bring my truck by, we'll see how that goes. All right, here we are back at the shop. Let me talk to the boys here, get this returned, and see maybe about a fertilizer spreader. I know we're going to need it to get those canola crop up to the best. Let's see. Yeah, they're still open. Good. Hey, I just got out of the shop, and they had this little beauty here for 500 and some to lease. So I'm going to take this bad boy home. I'm going to actually ask them if they can load these bags into this once I get it hooked up to the tractor. And we'll bring it on home. Alright, so the boys got them loaded as best as they could. Now, they're not strapped down, so I got to go a little slow and, not hit people. I had the right of way. I was going straight, silly drivers. Man, I wonder if the car claims are very huge in this town by how people drive. Anyways, let's try to make it back home without hitting anybody more. Whoops. Alright, we made it home. I called up Gramps and he ran over here while I was getting the fertilizer and the seeds with his little cat, and he managed to help me put them into the garage for now, as I don't have any other storage just to keep them dry. I did fill the back of this with the fertilizer bags I had at the shop there. As I was about to go in and check the weather, it stopped raining and turned into a beautiful afternoon. Now, the ground is still pretty saturated after that huge rainfall, but we're gonna go and check it. So it does appear there are weeds growing, and I need to fertilize. So this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna do a couple contracts and touch base again back on the 4th of September. We'll take the last 2 days of the month to focus on these 2 fields, getting them fertilized, getting them sprayed for herbicide so that they can start growing nice and healthy. Alright guys, I think that's where we're going to end this episode for today. Like I said, I'm going to spend a couple of days doing contracts, then we'll touch base again and do a few more days here on the farm. I do want to focus the primary of this LP on what we're doing on the farm and getting all the tedious stuff done off screen. If you guys would like to see some of the contract work, please leave me a comment down below. I don't mind throwing in some quick little snippets of me doing contract work throughout the time that I'm working on the farm here to grow it. I'd love to hear from you, so please leave those comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always guys, happy gaming!